And I'll ask you more questions on the significance of this week 嘅。咁阿鐘委員咧就話呢個加州公用事業委員會咧，其實佢係管理好多嘅地方嘅。第一咧就所有嘅電話服務啦，然後第二咧就所有即係譬如喺北加州咧就係 PG&E 煤電，所有煤電嘅公司咧，南加州就有佢南加州嘅煤電公司啦、電器啦，然後咧佢火車嘅安全咧，亦都係佢哋管轄之下嘅。咁我哋頭先講咧就話，原來加州公用事業委員會亦都係管理嗰啲搬運嘅公司，即係嗰啲大嘅車將你全間屋嘅東西咧就搬去，譬如你要搬去由三藩市搬出去第二個城市，咁佢哋咧就要係make sure 即係管轄佢哋嘅安全啦，同埋佢哋嘅收費咧，亦都係呢個公用事業委員會管轄之下嘅。咁我想問一問阿鐘委員咧，佢呢4年咧就係我哋加州嘅委員啦，但之前佢亦都做過我哋聯邦嘅委員嘅。Commissioner Chong, you were also up at the FCC level for a number of years, yeah.
Yes, I had the honor of being the very first Asian American commissioner of the Federal Communications Commission. I was nominated by President Clinton in 1994, and I served until 1997.
But at that time, you were over in Washington, D.C. then.
That's right. I had to move all the way back east, and I was very much a Californian transplanted into D.C. But it was a great experience, and one of the things that I did when I was there is we worked on the digital TV transition rules.
Yes.
You played a very important role
that's
helping
why you were
Chinese seniors make sure they knew about the digital TV transition.
So back then you already knew that DTV is coming.
Oh, yes. And I knew how important it was, and that was why the PUC was very active in making sure everybody knew about it before it happened.
Luckily, you informed the various minority, particularly the non-English speaking communities, or else people will underestimate what needs to be done. But thank you very much.
Well, it's a complicated area, and we were concerned about particularly non-English speaking, senior citizens, and people out in the more rural areas.
I think right before the transition, I know that your schedule was like jam-packed because you were making those presentations up and down the state.
Yes, I was.
But
well, the good news is we did very well in California, so congratulations to everybody who helped.
Channel 26, very instrumental in bringing the message.
Yes, thank you to Mike Sherman.
咁啊，鐘委員咧就話佢喺1994至到1997年咧，就係Clinton 總統咧就委派佢喺聯邦嗰個電訊通訊委員會嗰度做委員嘅。咁佢就喺華盛頓，喺我哋嘅首都啦。佢係當時咧，佢已經知道我哋美國係會成為呢個數碼電視嘅轉換啦。咁所以喺今年6月12號呢個數碼電視轉換期嘅時候咧，鐘偉珍委員咧就真係做咗好多功夫要令到我哋加州特別係唔講英文嘅少數民族啦，同埋耆英啦，可以做一個好好嘅準備。咁我哋都趁呢個機會係非常多謝Commissioner Chong， 因為如果唔係佢通知我哋所有嘅非牟利機構要應付今次呢個數碼電視咧，咁我哋安老自助處26台都唔做得夠呢個準備嘅工作嘅。好啦，咁我哋依家咧就同鐘委員講下呢個 Universal LifeLine 啊。咁其實咧就今個禮拜咧係一個非常重要嘅日子，咁我問一問委員點解呢個普濟電話服務咁重要？Commissioner Chong, let's switch to talking about the Lifeline. What's the significance of this week?
Well, all the state commissioners in the entire nation, and there's probably 300 of us, we got together and passed a resolution that this week is National Lifeline Awareness Week. And so all across the nation, the Public Utilities Commissioners are making sure that all low-income persons know that there are telephone discount programs available to make sure that you can afford to connect to your telephone system.
And later I will ask you to go a little bit into what's the low-income criteria.
Yes.
But is it the state commissioners feel that there are not enough low-income people signing up on the program, that the awareness is not there in the community about this great program?
Yes, that's exactly why we're doing this, is that we are concerned that there may be a lot of low-income persons that just don't know about the program, or because of the poor economy, people that used to not need to be on the low-income program, lost their jobs, and don't know that there is this 50% discount program available.
50% discount off of their
basic phone rate.
Okay. So not the bill, not the whole bill.
Not the whole bill. It doesn't cover, for example, long distance, caller ID, some of those what we call optional services. But this is just your basic plan for local phone service.
So a lot of people said that they can't afford a landline, but if they get on this Lifeline program, now they can afford because they get like basic rate, $15, half of it would be $6-something, $7.
That's right.
A month. Yeah. Okay.
That's right.
So, 呢個加州普濟電話服務咧，英文叫 Lifeline 啊。咁啊，鍾委員咧就話，因為好多或者依家合格即係去攞呢個服務嘅人未必知道嘅，咁所以佢哋300個呢個每一個省政府嘅委員咧，就係講話由9月15號今個禮拜全個禮拜咧，就成為呢個叫做聯邦嘅普濟電話服務州。咁呢個全個禮拜咧，每一個州咧都去叫多啲呢個居民咧去睇下自己合唔合格。咁我哋頭先咧就講係，如果即係合格嘅話，係攞到乜嘢嘅服務咧？就係如果你嗰個 basic 一個月嘅電話費係15蚊咁啦，咁如果你係合格攞呢個普濟電話服務咧，就係減一半價嘅，即係50%。平一半，咁就係6個幾7蚊嘅。咁呢個係鍾委員話，譬如特別係好多失業啊，或者依家個經濟係咁衰落咧，如果係大家知道可以攞呢個服務咧，就應該多啲人可以申請嘅。咁我問一問啊 Commissioner 話點解我哋加州有呢個普濟服務 ？Commissioner people read about the Universal Lifeline, but recently there's some major changes to the program. Can you let people know what are those changes?
Yes, there were new changes by federal law, by the FCC, that we need to pre-qualify people for the low-income program.
Okay.
So what that meant is we need to have them sign up, and then we have to double-check that they meet particular eligibility qualifications. And only once that we verify that they meet the eligibility do we then put the special rate in place. Beforehand, we used to apply the special rate before the approval, the certification was completed. And the FCC says we can't do that anymore. So we did have to make some changes. It did cause a little confusion as we made the transition, but we are through the transition now.
Okay.
And I think things are going better.
Okay, we're going to ask people, I'm going to ask you to see what about those that fell off the program because they were unaware of the new changes. Okay. 咁呢一個普濟服務咧，就鍾委員話係由聯邦佢有啲新嘅條例咧，就依家開始咧，每一個人都要首先去申請嚇。咁申請之後咧，就由個電話公司批准。咁點樣批准咧？就依照佢哋嘅條件。咁一陣我哋都會講下點樣條件先至合格嘅。咁然後咧就可以下一個月嘅電話費咧，就你個基本嘅電話費咧就減一半嘅，咁好多人咧未必知道有呢啲咁嘅手續，咁一陣我哋會叫阿鍾委員講一講下點樣去申請同埋乜嘢嘅條件嘅手續。We're going to take a short break now, Commissioner, and then come back. We'll talk about eligibility. 咁各位觀眾，我哋現在休息一陣間，一翻嚟咧，我哋繼續係訪問鍾慧珍委員，佢係我哋加州公用事業委員會嘅委員。